This webinar has started officially. Can anyone hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right, beautiful. That is nice. All right, so while we are still waiting for our facilitator will join us very soon. All right. While we are still waiting for our facilitator, um, I have always been saying this. I've always been saying this. It is super important for you to be punctual. I am always, saying, and I'm always, emphasizing on punctuality. Right? This is not the first time that I will be telling you guys. Anytime there is a webinar or there is a meeting, any form of meeting at all, make sure you get there on time. In fact, at least 5 minutes before the commencement of the meeting, make sure you are there. As much as people are looking for talented people, they are also looking for people they can rely on. They are also looking for people they can they can actually trust. And one of the major determinant of trust is the fact that you are punctual. Punctuality is very, very, very important. All right. So we are still waiting for our facilitator. Good morning, everyone. All right. Okay, people are joining. People are massively joining. Let me reach out to our facilitator. I guess he's having issues. He's having issues with. Okay. Are you here, Mr. Tobi? Mr. Tobi, are you here?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh, okay, very
Good
good.
morning.
Welcome, good morning, sir. I'm just going to
Yeah.
do a little bit of introduction. All right, we are going to have a small Q&A section before we start. Right, I hope you have figured out your way around Google Meet.
I mean, I'm still trying to look for how to share my screen when I'm going to do that, Sha.
Okay, so it's the screen sharing icon is the fourth one from the left. The fourth one from the left. If you are on, are you on? You are on your laptop, right?
Oh, I can see it now, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's very straightforward. All right,
Alright, alright.
very good. Okay, very good, very good. I'm just going to do a quick introduction of our facilitator today. His name is Oluwatobi Awakan, and we call him Biggie, popularly known as Biggie. All right. Back in the days when we were in school, it's kind of like he's kind of like the ladies' man. He's a guru when it comes to the ladies, and also he's one of the very few talented and very smart persons that I know. He's also a very eloquent and articulate person. He's also my roommate, or will I call it roommate? He's cutted with me when we were in year five, right? I was cutting him when we were in year five, so it's very awesome. It's very awesome to have you here, sir. And the reason why he's here today is because, as I've promised you guys, and one of my major goals for Nova Learners is to bring people that are doing well in the industry, people that are actually, doing a lot for themselves in terms of earning and making money online. I'll bring them so that they can come and share their experience. They can come and share exactly how they've been able to do that for themselves, so that you yourself you can replicate their processes and you can get exactly the same result. And that model has worked very, very, very well because I tried it. I shared my secrets with a couple of guys here, and to God be the glory. A lot of people are doing extremely well. A lot of people are doing extremely well. All right. I think Francis is currently in Germany, right? And then it was just like yesterday when we started together, and here we are today. So we thank God. So, Mr. Toby, can you unmute your microphone, please? Let's talk.
Yes, I'm here. Good
Okay.
morning again,
All right.
everyone.
Good morning. Please, can you tell us when you got started with freelancing and how you got
Oh,
started
sure.
with freelancing?
Uh, okay. So the journey was a very interesting one. I started last year. Um, yes, I started during the COVID period. I remember staying at home. Everybody was bored. I didn't know what to do with my time. I was like, what do I do now? And then, weirdly enough, I was on WhatsApp when one of my friends posted something. He said, buy an Upwork account for 4,000 naira. And honestly, I only had 5K in my account. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. So around last year, was it April? April. So I got an Upwork account, and yes, that was how my freelancing journey started. Of course, I've learned other things over the year because it's just been about over 1 year. But yes, that was how it started from just that simple WhatsApp status.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. Also, I want to ask my second question for you is that generally, how has been the journey as being a freelancer? How has been the journey? And hey, you are a top-rated writer on Upwork. How does that feel like? And what advantage
Uh,
does that give you? And just
well, I mean, it feels good. it feels good that in a year I've become top rated. It feels very good. Uh, I'll be focusing mostly on Upwork, even though I have other freelancing what's the word, freelancing mediums that I'll be revealing to you guys today. I've not reviewed anywhere. But yes, on Upwork, the journey has been fun. Being top rated means I can dictate to people what I want because they know that my quality is guaranteed. Uh, there's something called job success score on Upwork. It rates how successful your job is, and my job success score is 100%. So that means 100% of the jobs I've done, the clients have loved it. So when you are top rated and you have a job success score of 100%, I mean, it just makes life easy for me because I put myself in a position where I can negotiate. I can't be undervalued. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been exciting.
all right, beautiful. So, I just want you guys to know a little bit about our facilitator today, and he's going to be dishing out a lot of stuff, a lot of good mind. And I already told him, if you guys remember what I told you guys on the group, that he's going to be coming here and he's going to be sharing with us some deep, dark Upwork secrets. Do you understand? Because many of you guys here, you have tried Upwork before. You might probably have tried any form of freelancing platform before, but I can tell you categorically 100%, well, let's say 99%, if you try Upwork or Fiverr by yourself without any form of guidance, there is a 99% chance that you are going to fail. There's a 99% chance that it's not going to work out for you because there are secrets to these things. So, and that is what Mr. Toby is here to, to tell us about. And A is also a very big Naruto fan. If we have any Naruto person, yeah. I mean, yeah, I remember that. Yes, he also plays game a lot. He also plays PES,
Yeah.
Pro Evolution Soccer. He also plays that a lot, right? Yeah, I can remember several times he's going to ditch class, not going to class. He will sit down playing game all day. It's actually fun remembering all those stuff. All right, so I'm going to be muting my microphone now so that I can give the floor to Mr. Toby. So, Mr. Toby, please just go ahead and share your screen right now so that we can get started. Thank you very much. And Francis, if you are there, Francis, are you there? Please, you can help me record this class on your hand as well, so that we can have two copies of recording. Thank you very much. All right. So you can go ahead and share your screen now, sir.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Let me try to. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, Brian.
All right. You can see my screen. Thank you very much. Yes. So today we are going to be talking about how to be a successful freelancer. Now I'm a very, very friendly person. So if I'm going and you don't understand anything, just let me know. And then I also like knowing that my audience can hear me. So it's not just look like I'm talking. So feel free to unmute your mics and give me responses of okay, I like all those things just to know that my audience is following. Yeah, are we good?
Okay.
All
Very
right,
good.
so let's do
Yeah.
it. All right, let's do it. So today I'll be talking to you guys about how to be a successful freelancer. Feel free to write down if you feel you want to write. If you also feel like you have a very good memory and you can keep this in your head, you can do that too. But I promise you, you will definitely want to write things down. So let's get started. How to be a successful freelancer. I didn't put Upwork intentionally because I'll be also revealing some weird, intricate things to you guys. So it won't just be limited to Upwork, it would be freelancing as a whole. And now, because personally I'm a writer, I might be more inclined to talk more about writing. But that doesn't mean the information I'm sharing won't be useful to other niches. For example, I have about 4 people that I currently mentor. One of them makes about $900 per month from graphics design. So yes, it's not exactly suited to writing alone. You can apply it to your own. So let's get going. Who am I? You already know who I am. Now the thing what you might not know is that my pen name is Toby Gray. So yes, I'm Toby, but my pen name is Toby Gray, and there's a reason why I use Toby Gray. I will explain it to you guys in a bit. But yes, my pen name is Toby Gray. So yes. Okay, so this is my Upwork account. I want you guys to look at it. Yeah, this is what my one of my accounts look like. I have about 2 accounts. This is one of my main accounts, and this is what it looks like. Toby Gray, 100% job success score. Can we see my mouse cursor?
Yes, we can.
Yes, yes, I can see, we
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see.
We can.
All right, so 100% job success, top rated, $20,000 earned, 55 jobs in total. So yeah, this is what my Upwork account looks like, and I got here in about a year. So yes, which I think is not bad. Sha. I think it's okay. So yes, let's get on. Any other fancy title? Not really. Apart from writing, I do other things, crypto and whatnot, forex, but that's talk for another day. So let's get into the work for the day. Okay, who is a freelancer? A freelancer is anyone that is self-employed and earns money by providing service to multiple clients and businesses. That's very obvious. Like obviously, that's what a freelancer is. You are in the comfort of your house and you are working. Like Big Sam told you, I love anime, I love playing games. So I definitely do not want to do a work where I'll have to go to a 9 to 5. I hate the idea of 9 to 5. I think it's very stressful and boring. I like to play video games a lot. So you cannot now be telling me that I should sit down at a desk when my mind is on playing the latest God of War game. It doesn't work like that. So because of that, I chose to be a freelancer, somewhere where my time is very malleable. I can change my time however I want, but still still earn money from my house. So yes, that means I could look at my full day and be like, oh, today I want to play 6 hours of video games, and I don't care because I'm going to get my job done by my deadline. And that is something that a 9 to 5 won't give you. So yes, I'm self-employed and I earn money by providing services to clients, and to businesses. I will explain both the differences in a bit to the both to everyone. So yeah, am I moving too fast? Hello?
No, you're
No,
not.
you're
Okay,
not.
okay, okay, all right, awesome. So Upwork, what is Upwork? Upwork is a freelance marketplace, and uh, that's basically what it is. I'll explain that also, and then we'll be looking at 3 key areas today on Upwork. Today we'll be looking at your profile, then we'll be looking at proposals, and then conversations. So let me just jump right into here. Can we all see this?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
We
can.
can see the Upwork
Yes.
homepage. Okay, awesome. So yes, this is basically what we'll be doing today. I'll be showing you around Upwork. So yes, Upwork is a marketplace. What does that mean? That means anybody from anywhere around the world could come on Upwork and just post any job, like anything at all, like no matter how weird the job is. For example, let's say I want a lawyer and I search lawyer on Upwork. The funny thing is, if you search lawyer, you will definitely still see jobs meant for lawyers. Look at this one, lawyer to consult on contracts. You get, look at it, and if you click on it, you're going to probably see somebody that said, "Oh, they're looking for a consultation. They're looking for something, something, something." The whole idea is Upwork is a marketplace where you go to and you place your job, and then people buy or they bid to do the job. So that's what makes it a market, buying and selling of services. Now you need to understand that. So yeah, so the basic idea that you need to know is Upwork is a marketplace. And now, like every market, what you have is, you have some people that their things are expensive, you have some people that their things are cheap. Like in every market, you also have to relate with your buyers and your sellers. You have to, as a client, you have to relate with your customer and things like that. So on Upwork, the role is a bit reversed. On Upwork, you are the market seller. On Upwork, you are the one that is selling your services to people. On Upwork, you are the one that wants to sell a particular service. Maybe you want to sell writing. Excuse me. You want to sell coding. You want to sell anything at all. You get. And do not think that Upwork is limited, because let me just show you a few categories of things you could do on Upwork. Let me show you different categories. So as you can see here, look, there's accounting, admin support, there's customer service, there's data science, there's design, there's engineering, there's IT and networking, there's legal, there's sales and marketing, there's translation, web development, and writing. Now, all these things are major categories, but they all now have subcategories too, just to show you how deep Upwork is. So with accounting, you have bookkeeping, you have business analysis. It's so deep. With engineering, you have 3D modeling, you have architecture, you have biology. There's so much. Look at it. Electronic and Upwork is so deep with the number of opportunities you can get. So it is a marketplace where you can go and sell your services to potential buyers. That is basically what Upwork is. Now today I won't be covering. I'll be explaining some things to you later on, but for now, let's just focus on this one now. Okay. So Upwork, the most important thing about your Upwork is your profile. Actually, there are three important things, but the most important thing is your profile. What is your profile? You should see your profile as a billboard of sorts. You should see your profile as an advertisement. Your profile is what convinces people that don't know anything about you to want to work with you. That is the most important thing on Upwork, your profile. Now, the second most important thing is your proposals. Your proposal is how you explain to clients, or how you bid for jobs. Basically, what the proposal is. Your proposal is you saying, "Okay, I can do this job, and this is why you should hire me." So this is the example of a proposal. It's like a cover letter that says, "I can do this, hire me." I'll be explaining to you guys also how to write proposals. But and finally, the last most important thing is your conversations, the way you talk to clients. You get the kind of conversations you have with them, how you convert people. So there are three important things. There's a profile, which is what people will first see about you. There's your proposal, which is how you will convince them that you are a good fit for it. And finally, there's the conversation, messages that you have with clients that would, how to convince them that you are a perfect fit for the job you are doing. So, all right. Disclaimer. Okay. I need to give everyone a disclaimer. Are we here?
Yes, we're here.
Okay. Disclaimer.
Yes,
Yes, we're here.
Okay. First question is
Yes,
everyone
yes.
everyone on this Zoom meeting, are we all Nigerians?
Yes, we are.
Okay. If there's
Yeah.
a non-Nigerian, could you please signify? Like, if there's a
Yes, we are
non-Nigerian.
Nigerians.
Okay, we're all
Some
Nigerians.
people are
Okay.
mixed.
Okay, so we're Nigerians. So this disclaimer part is for a very
Sorry, excuse me. Is it a problem if you're mixed?
no, there's no problem. Of course not. There's no problem at all.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yes. So because what I want to say is mostly relatable to Nigerians. As Nigerians, there's a particular opinion of us that people have, that people outside Nigeria have. Um, you'll be surprised by the number of people that believe that the average Nigerian can't speak English. Like, you'll be surprised at the number of people that believe that we are monkeys. It's annoying, but it's true. You'll be surprised by the number of people that think, oh, he's Nigerian. He probably talks like, I do not know what I am going to do. I cannot speak better English. They have that belief that we are all like that, you know. So there's the possibility that for my niche writing is difficult because the the average European, or at least not Americans, would assume that as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, you are not qualified enough to speak good English. I mean, it's not even your native language. Everybody has what they call mother tongue. You were literally just colonized. So yes, so you would notice that I would today's teaching would take two different routes. I would explain how it goes for you, and I would give you the real life breakdown. Meaning, I would explain to you how an Upwork masterclass would take it. That, oh, you do this, you do that. But I will explain to you. I also tell you what works in the real world, because this is the real world, and in the real world, you have to put things like being a Nigerian into account. For a writer in Nigeria, the system is rigged against you if you want to join Upwork. In fact, joining Upwork as a writer in Nigeria now is borderline almost impossible. Like, borderline almost impossible. I will explain that. Now, if you are offering other services, then you're okay. Right now, Nigeria is booming in web development, fintech companies and stuff. Nigeria is already on the map. People are already seeing Nigeria as the next um, cyberspace, or whatever they call it, of Africa. We are the next booming thing. Of course, there's Rwanda and South Africa, but Nigeria is also making huge strides. So if you're a web developer in Nigeria, you have no problem with Upwork. What I'm about to show you would work in the real world, but it might not work if if you don't. Let me just show you so you understand. So let's start with my profile. Okay, can we all still see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Notice that my profile says I'm in Quebec, Harbor, Canada. Can we see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay, now
Yes, we can.
this is not necessarily true. Was I in Quebec, Canada? Yes, but am I currently in Quebec, Canada? No, I'm not. But I have to do this, because if I do not do this, honestly, people will not want to employ me. When people see Nigeria, they will just assume that I'm poor at English, and obviously I'm not. These are my reviews. My reviews tell me that I'm not poor. My reviews tells me $563. Tobi is more than a freelancer. He's a friend now. 5 stars. My review tells me Tobi continues to be excellent to work with. My review tells me terrific to work with always, $1,000. My review tells me $3,400. Best communication, good skills. I am obviously very good at English, but I am at a disadvantage because I am Nigerian. I want to be given an opportunity to showcase my skills. Now, is this wrong? Honestly, there's a gray area that will tell you it's wrong, because you're currently in Nigeria, you're saying you're Quebec Abo, but I need to also have leverage. I cannot, because of how my country is seen as a corrupt nation around the world, now put myself at a disadvantage. I cannot do that. I have to take advantage of that. There are some jobs that when you click on them, they will tell you that they only want Canadian writers, or they only want North American writers. There is no job. I repeat, there is no job that will tell you they're looking for Nigerian writers. Like, if they can avoid it, they would even avoid it. They would avoid Nigerian writers if they could. Let me look at this. I'm trying to look for a job that specifies location. But basically, if they can avoid Nigerians, they will. They'll tell you they don't. Nobody wants Nigerians. Like, it's annoying, but they don't want us. So that brief disclaimer was also to tell, look, if you want to join Upwork as a writer in Nigeria, you might have to not necessarily use a Nigerian Upwork account. You might have to use a Canadian of headroom or a little bit of platform to start. So that's the disclaimer. All right, so we can get into the thing for today. Let's talk profile. All right, so like I said, the most important thing on Upwork is your profile. Your profile is how you convince people, is how you tell people that, look, I am good for this job. You have to hire me because I am the best there possibly is and possibly could be for this job. Your profile is where you connect with your client. Profile is how you let them know that you are a good fit for the job. Um, so yes, wow, Upwork don't get problem. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me try to see what's wrong with the website. Let's look at Ben. Okay, awesome. The profile is how you convince people. So we'll look at random profiles to give you an example. I'm more inclined to writing because I'm a writer, but let's start with web mobile development to see what we have. This is someone. Let's look at Ben Hood on Upwork. This is Ben Hood, and Ben Hood has a profile. Ben Hood is not doing so bad. Ben Hood has earned $4,000 in general, and yeah, he's okay. Now this is Ben Hood's profile. Now the whole idea of your profile is to sell yourself. So we're going to be looking at how Ben sells himself, and we'll be rating what Ben does. Now, to sell yourself, as personally, I've always believed myself to be a people person. Like I know how to understand people and communicate. And selling yourself actually to me has three main aspects. Actually, I've written this down. So selling yourself means you have to first make the client feel like they've known you for a very long time. Like when you have to make the person feel like this is not a stranger, this is someone I have known all my life. Number two, you have to make the person trust you. The person has to feel like this is a trustworthy guy. And finally, the person has to feel like this person can get the job done. So three things. The person has to feel like they've known you for a very long time. The person has to feel like they can trust you. And the client has to feel like you can do the job. So your profile must answer these three questions. You must answer the question of, is this person, how long have I known this person? Does this person feel like a stranger? Like, who is this person? Then you have to make the person feel like, oh, can I trust this person? You have to answer that question. And finally, you have to let the client know, oh, can this person do this job? Okay, they can. So let's see how you do that. How do you make someone feel like they've known you for a very long time? I know we're already veering off work. We're already going towards personality and all, but just follow me. How do we make someone feel like they've known you for a very long time? The answer is simple. You get personal with them. You reveal information that might feel personal. That is how people that feel like they've known you for a very long time. For example, I watch Naruto. I love Naruto. For every single person on this meeting that has watched Naruto, they will feel like they have a kindred spirit. I love Marvel movies. I've seen the Internals. I've seen Shang-Chi. I saw Eternals yesterday, so let's leave that one. But anyways, for everyone that I've also seen those movies, they feel like they can connect with me. For everyone that loves playing PES, Pro Evolution Soccer, or FIFA, because I also love playing FIFA, they feel like they can connect with me. I no longer feel like a stranger to them. You get? I feel like a normal dude. Like I feel like, oh, this guy is also like me. So on your profile, this person's profile doesn't have that. So let's leave that. So on your profile, the person has to feel like they can trust you. They have to feel like, oh, this is human. This is someone that I can relate with. Sure, you get. And that is what I do right here. Here, right here. At this point, I try to get personal. I told them a story that would feel what's the word? Personal. Like I'm letting you into a secret. I'm letting you into something that normally people wouldn't know. And that is how you do the first thing. You look for something personal that you can share. It doesn't have to be something secretive, but something personal. Like, hey, I'm a web developer because I was broke. I had no money. I'd flunked school. So I became a web developer. In that moment, the client feels like they can relate to you. You feel relatable. You feel like they can connect with you. Now, pay attention that this lesson is assuming that you have Upwork account. If you don't have an Upwork account, it's fine. We can talk about that towards the end of this class, but just follow me. So the first thing is you want to make them feel like you're not a stranger, and you do that by revealing personal information. You tell them, "Oh, I started writing because this happened to me." You know, don't forget you're selling yourself. You are trying to make yourself good. Now the truth is, everybody is not sellable. Everybody is not sellable. You get. So sometimes, just sometimes, you might have to, add a little bit extra information on just to make you sellable. For example, maybe it's like that thing, that joke that they tell on LinkedIn, where they are like, oh, is a WhatsApp business admin, and you are like, oh, I managed a group of 20 individuals that are doing this and do that, and you were just a WhatsApp group admin. That's what you were, a WhatsApp group admin, but you're hyping it. So that's basically what you're doing. You're selling yourself. So the first thing is you tell them something personal. Now, here's the fun thing about telling them something personal. When you tell them something personal, they also feel like they can trust you. Boom. That is exciting. You tell them something personal and they feel like they can trust you. That is how it works. That is exactly how it works. It is so funny but true. That is how it works. You tell them something personal and boom, they're already trusting you. So meaning by sharing something personal, you are killing two birds with one stone. That's pretty cool, if you ask me. So your profile should get personal. You should have something that talks about you. You notice that at my beginning of my profile, I have this, and then this. This is what I would like to call a sales copy. So yes, um, we'll get to that in a bit, Sha. So yes, your profile should have something personal that would let people feel like they can trust you, and will let people feel like like you're not a stranger. And the third one is convincing them that you are the right person for the job. Now, this part is very, very delicate, and a lot of people are looking for different things to know that you are the right fit for a job. A lot of people are looking for a lot of different things. But we'll get to that. It's more difficult for writers to convince people that they're the right person for the job. But let's say you are a web developer. I mean, it's easy. You tell them, "Oh, I've worked on this project. I've worked on this project, and this is my portfolio. This is a portfolio place that you can share portfolios. I've worked on this. I've worked on this. I've worked on this, and yes, you're good." Now, bear in mind that while this lecture I am giving you would give you an overall structure of what you're supposed to do, there is not enough time to fully share an in-depth analysis. So also at the end of my class, I'll be recommending a YouTube video for you to watch that totally covers the beginner levels. Everything I'm telling you here, while it is very relevant, there is more nuance to it. It's deeper. 1 hour, 2 hours is not going to be enough to explain it. So I recommend YouTube videos and I recommend a course, like an actual course. Yes, I watched like about 5 hour videos to understand how Upwork works. Like Big Sam said, if you don't have guidance, you just come here and you become overwhelmed and you'll be lost. Okay, so the first thing is let them feel like you're not a stranger, and you do that by sharing personal information. The second thing is to them to know they can trust you, and personal information does that. Then the third thing is letting them know you can do the job. Now that part, letting them know you can do the job, is up to you. You can literally go crazy, but just let the person know that you can do the job. And now, the fun fact about letting people know you can do the job is you do not let people know you can do the job by telling them, I can do the job. You show them you can do the job. What does this mean? Let me give you an example. If someone enters a room, if 10 people enter a room and say, hey, we are rich men. I'm rich, he's rich, he's rich, he's rich. And they're all lying, or they're telling the truth, it would be difficult to know. You know, let me make it more difficult. Let's assume there are 10 men, and 10 men are wearing suits. The entire party, they all look good, they all smell nice, and they are all wearing a suit, meaning they all look very posh. And they all say, hey, we are rich men. A part of you might want to believe that, okay, they are rich men. But you might not fully believe, let's say, if you saw them getting down from a bike. Like, let's say you saw 10 men getting down from a bike wearing a suit and they enter a party and they all say we are rich men. You might not want to believe because, you got down from a bike. You're a rich man, you should have a car. But now imagine if one of the men stands up on stage and open a briefcase filled of $100,000 and throws it on everybody. In that moment, you would just believe he's rich. Even though he got down from a bike, even though he was wearing bedroom slippers, whatever he was doing in that moment, if he can afford to open a briefcase for $100,000 and throw it into the crowd, then you just assume he's rich. That is exactly what I'm saying. Do not just say you have experience, show that you have experience. So instead of saying that, oh, I've been programming for the past 6 years, don't tell us that. We don't care if you've been programming for the past 6 years. I don't care. I care if you can do my job. So you tell them, okay, I have completed this project and you did this result. I have done this and it got published on this. Even if it does not be published, you could say, I have done this and my friends read it and this was their opinion of it. Just say anything and do anything that proves you have experience instead of saying you have experience. Because honestly, everybody has experience. Everybody says they have experience, but it is your output that makes people know you have experience. You could say you're an experienced graphic designer, but it is when they see your work that they will know that, oh, this guy is an experienced graphic designer. You could say you're an experienced writer. They need proof. Clients need proof that you can do the job. And that is how you do it. Not just by saying you have experience, but by showing that you have that experience that you're talking about. So yes, your profile should do 3 things. You should let the client not feel like you're a stranger. You should let the client feel like they can trust you. And finally, you should let the client feel like you are a good fit for the job. Those are the 3 basics that your profile should have. Your profile must answer those 3 questions. So when you create an Upwork account, you look at your profile. If it answers those 3 questions, if it does, you're good. Because when the client sees you, they just feel attracted to you. They feel like, oh, this guy is trustworthy. Oh, this guy will do the job. So that's the first thing. The first thing is your profile. Now, the second thing is proposals. Now, if you remember carefully, if you were taking notes or you have a very good memory, you remember I said there are 3 major things: profile, proposal, conversations. And we just dealt with profile now. We said your profile should make the client not feel like you're a stranger. Your profile should make the client feel like they can trust you. And your profile should make the client feel like you're a good fit for the job. Now let's talk proposals. Oh, before I go any further, is there any questions that anyone would like to ask on profiles?
No question.
What? Is there any question on profiles for now? Or I could just keep moving forward?
No question, sir.
Are we on the same page? Am I making sense?
Yes, sir, you are making sense.
Yes, no
All right.
question on profile.
All right. Awesome. So let's talk proposals. Proposals is a very interesting thing because I I always see proposal as me trying to now market myself face to face. Like, Oga, come buy something now. Oga, come and buy this thing now. Oga, this thing is good. Oga, taste this thing now. Oga, you will like this thing. That is what proposal is. Proposal is now you calling them that they should look at you. You know, your profile is the banner. Your profile is the come and buy Glow data sim here. That's your profile. That's the big billboard. Now your proposal is where you now start telling them, is when they're in front of you, when you have gained their attention, and you're like, Oga, I feel do this one. Oh, Oga, this one can do this. This one does this. This one does this. That is literally what your proposal is. Your proposal is you telling them that, look, I can do this particular one, that you want. This one that you want, I can do it. So let me pick one for you. Like I said, I am biased towards writing. So what I would do would be more akin to writing, but I would also give one example of maybe web development or graphics design. But let's look at someone. Let's look at one job. What an average job looks like on Upwork. So let's look at this person. This person says they need an experienced SEO copywriter to research and content production, blah blah blah. English. Anyways, the person says, I need an experienced SEO copywriter to help me write an article for the pet niche, dogs especially. We provide you with a template to use as a guideline. These all the articles have the same format. Each article will count at least 3,000 words, present data in table, require some research work. We are seeking for a long-time writer. This is what an Upwork job looks like. The person just tells you what they want. There are other things, like for example, this is the client location. The client is in France. Clients also have rating. There are some clients on Upwork that are very shitty that you want to avoid. So yes, clients have rating. You see that, okay, this client has posted, has 23 reviews, 4.99, not bad. This client has posted 49 jobs and has a higher rate of 64%. Now, higher rate is what will let you know how serious this client is. Like, oh, okay, this client has also spent $10,000. Now, this is a serious client. This client has spent $10,000. Out of 49 jobs posted, has hired 64%. You know, and this client looks serious. This client looks serious. And then you come down and and you see this thing, submit a proposal. Now let's click on submit a proposal. That is now basically what a proposal is you trying to convince the client that you can do the job. And this client said they want to pay $600 for this. They want to pay $600 for an experienced SEO copywriter to write article about dogs. So yes, $600. So you go there, and you have your cover letter here. The cover letter is where this space they gave you is where you write about yourself. What I'm going to be doing is I do not want to especially bid for this job right now. That's what we call applying for a job on Upwork. We call it bidding. I do not want to bid for this job because stressful. But so let's look at a job that I bidded for and I got. Let's look for one like that. I think I got this. Also this. Okay. So let's look at this. This person, did I get this? No, I did not. Anyways, let's look at this. So this person said, I'm a PhD student. My thesis is on the Algerian uprising of 2019. Does civil movement violence, blah, 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 blah. He said everything he wants to say. Thank you. So let's get to the proposal. This proposal is where the real thing is. This is where the magic happens. Because this is where you sell yourself. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you, unique one. I can use it because I'm top rated and I already have a lot of accomplishments. So, but what if I don't have accomplishments? I'm going to be showing you the proposal I used for when I had no accomplishment and I landed a job with the head of Google Chrome. Yes, I'm working with senior engineering Senior VP of Google Chrome, Adi Osmani. I currently work with him. I will show you the proposal I used to land him. It was a very funny one because I had no experience. I literally had zero experience, and yet I landed the job with him. I'm going to show you I did that. And all right, just give me a minute to do this. Don't stress me out. Better work. Sorry, just a minute. Let me just try to get this person. Adi. Sorry. You know what? Let's keep it waiting. It looks like it's going to take a while to do this. Where are you now, dude? Aha. Let's go to page 4. Sorry, everyone. Just let me try to get what I'm looking for. I'd like to show you the proposal because literally when I was nobody, this person employed me, this very big person. Yes. Aha. Adi. Good. Okay, I found it. All right. So let's get back to proposals. So yes, the proposal is you trying to tell the client that you can do the job. So let's look at it. The person said that they are a PhD student. The person said, I don't need to be familiar with the topic. You just need English proofreading. Then, okay. So what do you do? Now, a proposal, like a profile, also has 3 main parts. 3. The first part of a proposal is the attention grabber. I like to call it the attention grabber. And that is how you grab the person's attention, grab it and you hook it. The second part of the profile of the proposal is the body. The body is where you convince the client again that you are a good fit for the job. And the third part is the conclusion. So for a proposal, you have the attention grabber, you have the body, and you have the conclusion. So that is exactly the proposal because it works. Hello, your job description was quite brief and straight to the point. I like that, and I'll do just that. I took a look at my calendar and I'm free for the next 2 weeks, so I could get to proofreading and editing. I can turn in the thesis by November 20, 6 days before 26th. They said they needed jobs, and I told them, look, I'll turn this in 26th. I also went a very direct approach because didn't have a lot of look at it. And then I also went straight to the point. Like, look, I will get this done for you. Now, when you join Upwork, when the client sees your proposal, this is what they see. The first 3 lines is what they always see. They do not see all of this at once. It looks something like this. Let me look for you. When a client sees you on Upwork, the first thing they see is the first 3 lines. They really don't see everything at once. So it looks like this. See this one, 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines, everything at once, 2 lines, 2 lines. Look at this, $3,000 earned, 2 lines, just 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. So you have to make sure that your first 2-3 lines grabs attention for cover letters. Just grab it. Hello, blah 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 blah. That's what you want to aim for. We want to try to get it. I also use the same thing for this article. Now, this particular job, you can see it was posted June 11, and this was the job I told you I got when no experience, truly no experience. Well, the client was very thorough. The client works at Google Chrome. You could Google his name, Adi Osmani. That's the spelling, Adnan Osmani. He works at Google Chrome. Google him. So he posted all of this, and oh my God, this is a lot of information. Like, he wanted 2,000 words article about rage click, his ballers. Back then, that was about 80K. Yes, so he was offering 80K for 2,000 words. And yeah, I read about, this thing was very stressful. I read, looked through it, and then I wrote the proposal. And for the proposal, I literally, had to grab his attention with this. This. I took my time to review your job description and check out every single link you posted. By the way, he posted a lot of links. He posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 links. 7 links attention with something. And I used this. I found your previous article, blah, blah, blah. I really took my time to read through all of this before submitting a proposal. See, those are the little standout you get. Anyways, you learn about that later. But yes, the attention grabber is important. That's the first thing about your proposal. Something to grab attention. It could be anything. This is how I like to do my own because this is the kind of person I am. In fact, I've also used another method. I've used another method to I use another method to also get another, like this client session. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I stumbled on this job description. I love the effort you put into writing, and and then I said the bad news. Well, we'll come to that later. Now, I use this to grab our attention because now she's wondering what is the bad news. Like, what's the good news and bad news? Because that's how humans are. Humans want to know more information when you leave them curious. You get. So yes, that's what I did. I use this attention grabber. I've got good news and bad news. So now the client is now wondering what's the bad news. Then this was where the bad news was. Blah 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 blah. Yes, the bad news was around here. The bad news. This is it. Look at where I put it. She had already seen all of this, and now she came to the bad news. And then, the point is just grab the attention, the first part. Anyhow, you can grab attention. If it's to use anything, honestly, there's no one way to this thing. Any way you can grab attention, and as long as you need to grab attention, just use it. If it's to shout, if it's to use a lot of I, and you think it will work for you, do it. So the first part is to grab attention. Now the second part is the body. For me, the body would be here to here. Now, the whole idea of the body is to convince them that you're a good fit for the job. Notice that I did not write I have experience anywhere. You will realize I have experience when you read what I've done. I've edited books for Robert Plater, CEO of Boston Dynamics. I worked on one of his books. Senior engineering manager at Google Chrome at the Otsmani, I've worked with him. And I've worked with Leon Langford. Like when you read all of this, you will just know that I have experience. I do not have to tell you that I have experience. Sure you get. Now, what if you have not done, what if you're on this group and you have not done all of this? List other things you've done. However irrelevant. I have read 500 books. Reading 500 books is an accomplishment. I've read 600 novels. I've edited work for somebody. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. Whatever can just make the person feel like you're experienced, do it. You get. This also is an accomplishment that will make him feel mad. Is an edit for 3 IEEE journals. I did coronavirus period. And yeah, it's things like this. This whole entire point is just me telling the client I have experience. This is my way of saying I have experience. Now, for a web developer, your have experience might be you doing something very, very difficult. Now, I do not know what it is because I'm not really into web development, but maybe you imported something from something that did some. It's a difficult task. You did it. Put it there. As long as it's something that you feel is very unique, put it there. You found a way to do something that made something and led to something. Put it there. Don't put I have experience. That's the body. So in your proposal, saying I have experience is not needed. Let the clients themselves deduce that you have experience. Now, so yes. Then after that, you go to the conclusion. Now, all these parts, saying how big it is the conclusion. And what's the whole idea of the conclusion? The whole idea of the conclusion is to do a few things. First of all, is to communicate your intentions and the type of person you are. Now, I said I'm an advocate for fast delivery. I adhere strictly to confidentiality code. Here's a link to my profile. Kindly send me a message so we could discuss how my skill set could be of value. We can hop up on the Zoom, blah, 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 blah. All that part is the conclusion. So let me tell you what it looks like in real life. Let's assume you're in the market and you want to buy something. This attention grabber is going to be, sir, come and buy noodles. Come and buy noodles. Noodles, they're all right. Noodles, sweet. Noodles, they're all right. My noodles get pepper. My noodles get maggi. My noodles get suya. My noodles, those this. My noodles. That is this. That is this part. The attention grabber. Now, Oga, I do this one. Oga is like this. Oga is like this. Is like this. That is the attention grabber. And now this is the body. The body is where, the person now is now like, sir, these noodles last year, person will chop on. Person that ate these noodles, they had a 60% increase in calcium. I do not know if I'm going to verify that, but that's just it. This part is where you convince the person, oh, noodles, that's vitamin C, that's vitamin K, it has vitamin E, it has this, it has that. That is the body. Now, this final part is where you would put the noodles inside nylon, put it inside nylon, be like, thank you for coming, sir, I appreciate you, see you. That is this part. So basically, it's 3 parts to proposal. The introduction on that part, the body, which is where you tell the clients that you can take on the job, this part, and the conclusion. Now, if you go online, revolve around the same introduction, body, conclusion. Some people will tell you that inside the body, you should tell the client how you intend on doing the job. I think this works to a certain degree. Like for maybe web developers, they'd be like, okay, this is your kind of job. Looks like I would have to import something from something, write code to do something, then do this. That would convince the client that you are experienced. That's another way of demonstrating experience. Let's assume you are a mobile. I don't know why I'm using mobile development. Let me see. A graphics designer. You can put, for this job, I'm going to use Adobe XD, I'm going to use Figma if you're a UX designer, I'll use this, I'll use that. That is another way of telling them you have experience. That is the body here. And finally, the conclusion. Now, if you guys want this, my proposal template, I could also always make this available to Big Sam, and he should be able to make it available to you guys for free. I don't know. I'll try to give you guys some of my cover letters so you guys could maybe, yeah? You said? Awesome, no problem. I'll make this available to you guys. I'll give you I'll also give you guys access to my profile just in case you want to look at it from time to time. I do not mind that. There's wisdom, there's knowledge, there's joy in sharing. So yes, I'll make all of this available to you. But basically, that is what the proposal is. So yes. Finally, conversations. Now, conversations are very interesting because it means you already have the client's attention, and now I'm talking with the client. Upwork has a messaging, what do you call it? Interface inside of it that allows you to chat with clients. So conversations are important because this is how you convert clients. This is how some clients will message you and they will just not reply you again. It happens. You get. It's up to you to now converse with them and let them know you're a good fit for the job and just chat and gist with them. The point is, conversations are very difficult because humans are different. You cannot really know how to chat with everybody. The way I'm having this meeting with you guys, and I am choosing to be very informal, is the same way someone else will be having this same meeting with you guys. I will be telling you, be speaking in very formal tone. People are different. So you have to figure out the style that works for you for your conversations. You understand? You have to know what works for you. But remember, clients want to know that you are somebody that they can trust and you won't feel like a stranger. So above what you are doing, just make sure they feel comfortable with you, no matter what. So oh, okay, this looks like a good job. Interesting. So Upwork, in summary, is three things: your profile, your proposal, and conversations. Your profile should answer three questions, or it should make three things possible. Your profile should allow the client feel like you're not a stranger. Your profile should let the client feel like they can trust you. And your profile should show that you are capable. Your proposal also has three parts: the introduction or the attention grabber, the and the um body and the conclusion. The attention grabber should be anything. Anything. When I mean anything that will grab the attention of your client. Basically, you could use something like buy one, get two free. Anything, as long as it works. Don't forget, as long as it works. Meaning, if you do it once and it doesn't work, you do it again, it doesn't work, you do it again, it doesn't work, or more, you move. As long as it works, you are good. Then finally, conversations, which is how you will talk with the clients, how you relate with them. Most of the time, I tend to use informal ways because I figured out that most people, well, I said informal, semi-formal, sorry. Most people like a balance of informal and formal. So you don't want to come off as being too serious. I don't want to come off as being too playful. So I try to find a balance by looking at a semi-formal tone. Sure you get. So yeah, that is how I do it. And yes, with these three things, I feel if you have these things at the back of your mind, then with the proposal samples I'll give you, with the what you might call it, with the can we still hear me?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes, we
right.
can hear you.
Yeah, I feel like the proposal samples I'll give you, then I'll also give you some YouTube guys to watch their videos. I feel like you'll be ready to, take on Upwork. But that's not all. Let's have some nuanced details. Let's introduce you to. Let me tell you some of those secrets that Big Sam was talking about. Firstly, there are shitty clients on Upwork. I'm never gonna lie. There are some clients on Upwork that are very shitty. Like their main purpose in life is to just frustrate you and make things hard for you. They exist. That is something that you might not hear everywhere. They're just there. They just want to make life hard for you. The good news is I know how to recognize these clients. You can tell them from a mile away. Also, on Upwork, there are I'm looking for a good way to say it. Yahoo boys. Yes, they are Yahoo boys. People that just want to fish for your information. They're also on Upwork. Don't forget, Upwork is a market, and like every market, there will be good people, bad people, miscreants, louts, and thugs. Like everywhere, it's an Upwork. How do you recognize them? Well, I do not want to come off as what's the word, or discriminating against a particular tribe, but there are some countries that I tend to avoid working with because of certain reasons. For example, I do not take on Philippine jobs, and I do not take on Indian jobs. You get why? I feel like those countries, their standard of living is barely better than Nigerians. So most of the time, the pay they will offer you won't be as exciting. So yes, I tend to avoid Philippine jobs. I tend to avoid Indian jobs because I feel like these guys want to underpay me. Like, look at this, $5. Like, look at the amount of information he puts. All of this for $5. Like, what? Like, I'm going to read all of this, understand it, and work for you because of $5. Come on. Oh, by the way, Upwork charges a 20% fee. I should have explained this earlier, but you figure that out in time. But the point is, $5 is too small, too small, like way too small on Upwork. The minimum is $10. The minimum that makes sense is $10 minimum. So yes, How do you recognize a bad client? Well, the first thing is, personally, I've had bad experiences with Indian and Filipino clients because I've been duped. Yes, I was duped on Upwork. I did a job and the client just, reported me, said I plagiarized, and it was horrible. I never got my money back. I got my review back. The client left me 5-star review, but let's leave that. How do you know a good and bad client? This is our fellow Nigerian person here. Is Nigeria, and um, there are a lot of content of cryptocurrencies on the internet, but I need someone with a background in finance, specifically cryptocurrencies, who can deliver on that, can research on. Ugh. Firstly, this for me is a turn off. This thing, a client that makes typographical errors. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but for me, it's a turn off. Secondly, look at this 0% IR rate. This person hasn't hired anybody. Of course, this is their first job, one job posted. So you get. So I might be less willing to apply for this job because this Nigerian man is telling me that he wants to pay $300 for an article. Now, I know the state of things in Nigeria, and the Nigerian is offering me 150K for an article. I will be a bit skeptical, you know. So I might not really want to consider this job, even though, of course, nothing might be wrong with him, but I might not want to or her. The payment method is verified, meaning Upwork as confessing has money in his or in their account. I'll be using gender, I'll be using neutral pronouns. That the person has money in their account, but it is shaky. So I might not want to bid for this job. This job, on the other hand, I might want to bid for it because look at this person. Come on. 228 reviews, 4.92 stars. This is someone that is very recommended. 93% IR rate. Wow, this person hires all the time. This person has spent over $200,000 on Upwork. This is a job that I would definitely bid for if I wanted it. Come on, this person has reviews. Tiffany is an amazing writer. The team, the client is extremely responsible. So this kind of job, I would definitely want to bid for it because I feel this client knows what they are doing and it's great. Let's look at this Filipino person. Like I said, this person would hire you, but come on, look at this person. This person has spent $3,000 on 381 people. Like, that is an indication of cheap labor. This person has spent $200,000 on 365. This is good. This is very good. Almost the same number of people, 200,000 for 365. Well, this person is 3,000 for 381. So more people and way less money. This person definitely underpays people. So if you don't mind cheap labor, if you don't mind, for someone that you could bid for this job. But personally, I wouldn't recommend it because you won't like yourself because it will overwork you and underpay you. Cheap labor, one of the problems of Asia. So yes. That is a nuanced detail that I want you to know. Also, this same thing also applies to developers. You know what? Let me just show you. Let me show you. It also applies to developers. You could see a red flag from a mile off. Don't be desperate for money. You know, don't hope that money will jump at you. No, excuse me. Look at this person. If I was a developer, I wouldn't bid for this job. First of all, this person has a higher rate of 24%. This is poor. Like, why do you hire 24%? Meaning you hire like 1 in every 4 or 1 in every 5. This doesn't make sense, boss. $6 to $9. This is low for developers. Over time, you're going to figure out how to go about these things. But this is just an overview. Like I said, I'll give you YouTube videos that would give you more in-depth understanding. But what I'm doing now will let you understand YouTube videos when you see them. Okay. Finally, if you want to freelance and you do not want to use Upwork, what do? Upwork is a great place, but don't forget, they always collect 20% of your first earnings until you get to $500, meaning between $0 and $500, they'll keep collecting 20%. Between $500 and $10,000, they will collect 10%, and from $10,000 upward, they will collect 5% with one client. So basically, Upwork is stressful. Let's not forget the fact the withdrawal rates on Upwork is stressful. If you want to withdraw from Upwork, Upwork will use about 400 naira per dollar. When dollar is already like 580, meaning you're going to have to use Payoneer. Payoneer is the PayPal somehow, but that's another nuanced detail that we'll get to later in a more expert-oriented class. So yes, Upwork has disadvantages. There's the fact that they can just block your account, like literally block your account. You know, Upwork is a stressful place. So what if you don't want to work on Upwork? What if you wanted to be on another platform? What if you don't even want Fiverr? There's also Fiverr. People know about Fiverr. Fiverr is also stressful. What do you do? I'll tell you what you do. Use Google. And look at this exact thing I'm Googling. Let's Google finance submission guidelines. Okay. Look at this. I googled finance submission guidelines. What this does is it takes you to people that need freelancers. It takes you to submission guidelines is basically how you should submit something. So look at this, for example. This is let's say I write finance articles and I want to become a freelancer from the comfort of my home. I can just Google search finance submission guidelines. I have to put it in quotes. And then, it brings up every single website that needs a freelancer to submit something or anything at all. That is a way. Let's say you write tech, for example. You could also use tech submission guidelines, and it just brings it up. Boom! It brings up everybody and anybody that needs you to submit something for anything. Just you find what you want here. And also, I would also give you guys the link to a particular set of people that as freedomwithwriting.com. I'm sorry I'm focused so much on writing. It's because I'm a writer. I'm not really good with finding opportunities for other activities like graphic design, but I would like to believe that it also works the same way. These are people on the internet that send opportunities to you. You basically just send opportunities to you on different things. So yeah, that's what they do. They just send opportunities. You go to their website, freedomwithwriting.com, and you subscribe. And what they do is send you newsletters. Look at this. They send you different editors that want writers. Look at this. The list is endless. Like when you get there, you'll be surprised. It's a lot of people that are just looking for people to write for them. Like they just want people. See, look at this. 197 publishers that pay freelancers $500 per article. And yeah, the New York Times, if you want to submit a pitch to the New York Times to write for them, you can do it here. This is where I also freelance outside of Upwork. I currently write for Vogue magazine. I freelance for them. I also freelance for Vice, and this is where I do it. I got the link from here. The website is freedomwithwriting.com. And, business, anything and they will give you submission guidelines. If you click on it, it takes you directly to the person's page, to the website page where you can submit your pitch and stuff like that. For developers and graphic designers, I'm not really sure I can help you guys, but what I can let you guys know is this community also exists for graphic designers. This community definitely exists for graphic designers. It exists for mobile developers. It exists for everybody, honestly. Once you want to freelance and you dedicate that 2-3 hours to search for, look at this. This is one for graphic designers. how to submit your work to 40 of the most popular graphic design blogs. This is a blog that I got by Googling graphic design submission guidelines. Once you can just put submission guidelines, you would see something on somebody that just wants to employ you. So yes, we're already coming to the end of our class for today, and you know that's a little secret. Just go online and search. Upwork limits you. Upwork is great. It's a good place to start. It's a perfect place to start. But after a while, you definitely want to start looking for opportunities off Upwork. It's like that thing of where they tell you that Adekunle Gold was like, money doesn't solve problem. It's when I had money that I knew that. That's how it is. Upwork is great, but your Upwork should not be the final destination for you. Sure, you get. But it is a location, but not the final destination. The final destination is off platform, where you can collect your money directly into your bank account, where you can get your money in crypto, where you can have all the fun that you want. So yeah, that's a lot of talking, but I think we have come to the end of this beginner class on Upwork. It was fun, but yes, I would appreciate any questions that you have, any information that you would like to pass across. So, yes. What?
Sorry, please. Thank you very much, Toby. We are going to take. Please mute your microphone, everyone. Please mute your microphone, everyone. We are going to take this in a very structured manner, because if we want to take the approach of everybody just asking their question, things will get very rowdy. So here is what we are going to do. First of all, we want to thank you so much, sir, for taking your time to, teach us today. We are very grateful. So what I need everyone to do is to please unmute your microphone. Everybody, every single person on this call, please unmute your microphone. We are going to give Mr. Tobi a round of applause. Please, every single person, unmute your microphone now. Please, everybody, unmute your microphone and start clapping. Unmute your microphone and start clapping, everyone. Oba Glad, you are not clapping. Oba Glad is not clapping. You are just chilling on your bed. Please make sure you clap, everyone. All right, thank you. Thank you. Please mute your microphone. Please mute your microphone now. Everyone, please mute your microphone. Cynthia, mute your microphone. All right, please. Samantha, Christmas, please mute your microphone. Please, everybody, make sure your microphone is muted. Mute your microphone. Okay, beautiful. Now, if you have any questions, what I need you to do is to come to the chat section and type out your question. All right, type out your question, please. Come to the chat section and type out your question. All right, come to the chat section and type out your question, and we are going to be taking the first 5 questions. All right, the first 5 questions I can see here, those are the questions that we are going to be taking. But on behalf of you guys, I want to ask this particular question. Sir, you made mention of something very important in the beginning of this class, which is the fact that if we want to get started with Upwork, a Nigerian account might be a disaster. So I'm going to ask that, what advice do you have on us as regards that? And let's say today I need some sort of foreign account. Alright, please mute your microphone first. Okay.
Hello?
Okay. So what I'm saying is that, let's say I need some sort of foreign account. Let's say I need some sort of foreign account to work with. How do I go about it, and how do I get it? Can you point us to the right direction? Let's say I want it today. Can I, maybe reach out to you via Big Sam to kind of work out a deal? I don't know if that is possible, because I know some people are thinking about. Someone dropped something at in the chat section right here. He said he has tried. Okay, so someone with the account that is named Media Valley said, I have I also have a verified Nigerian account. I think I know why I haven't landed any deal yet. Was almost getting tired of applying because I am actually very good at what I do. The third word, fence, is really a big hindrance. Yes, it is a big hindrance, and we are very good at what we do, but the notion and the reputation that Nigeria has gotten for ourselves out there is not very good, it's not very encouraging. Some people, when they hear that you are a Nigerian, they just automatically think that you are going to
Mm-hmm.
scam them. The scamming thing is also a very big deal, and they also believe that you don't really know what you're doing and you can't really deliver. I've
Yeah.
had several occasions when Francis will tell me that he wanted to work with some clients and they doubted his ability to deliver, but when he actually delivers, they were wowed, right? But that could close a lot of doors for you as a freelancer. It will close a lot of doors. That is why my web design students, I always ask them to set up a digital agency. If you have a digital agency, it is much more trustworthy. It is much more trustworthy because, I mean, you are positioning yourself as some sort of agency, as some sort of company, not as an
Mm-hmm.
individual. So it will kind of inspire more trust in that way. But if you are going as a freelancer, you want to, go out there with your name, and then your name is one Chukwemeka or Bazi or or maybe some Nigerian name like that. They'll be like, who is this person that probably does not know English language or something? So we might want to go your route and have some Vancouver account and have some, some Canadian account like that, or maybe American account or whatever. Is there a way, because as an expert that you are, is there a way you can point us to the right direction or even help us if you can?
Um, yeah. Okay. So here's how it works. Verified. I said verified. Getting a. It depends on the type of account you want. Personally, I create accounts for people. I do that. It's information that I had to pay for to learn how to do. So normally I could create sell in quotes accounts to people, Canadian account, UK account, US account. Uh let me see. Hmm. Okay, what I could do is if you want a foreign account that is not Nigerian, you could reach out to Big Sam and Big Sam would communicate with me and we will go from there. But like I told you, when I started with Upwork, I had to pay for my account last year. Last year, March, I had to pay 4,000 naira for my Upwork account last year. It's more expensive now. It's about, last I checked, it's about 9, 10K. So, but yeah, you should reach out to Big Sam. I should be able to work something that would maybe give maybe the first five people a discount. If we can maybe three free accounts. If I can sponsor account for some people, I don't know. But if you need an account, a verified account, or if you need a foreign account, and you are sure that you will commit, then you can reach out to Big Sam, and then he'll reach out to me, and we'll work something out for you. So yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I need them to say a vote of thanks because this person has taken time out of making millions to come and speak to us, and I think they deserve thank you. So I'm going to be nominating just two persons. All right, I'm going to be nominating two persons. For the lady, I'm going to have Nena. Is Nena on this call? Nena, are you there? I'm going to be having Nena. I'll be having Francis as well. So Nena, you have the floor. Just go ahead and give a little, vote of thanks, and tell us your experience during the course of this class.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much, Mr. Toby. So apparently, I joined from the group chat where we had our web design classes, which ended yesterday, and I'm very happy. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. This is this is something that most persons take for granted, but I don't, and I'm sure that every one of us here don't take it for granted either. Personally, I would say I've learned quite a whole lot. I know I've tried applying for platforms, not this particular. I've actually been scammed like twice, but that's by the way, and I'm so grateful. I listened to all of them. I don't know if this is right, but I actually had to screen record the entire process just so I can always go back to it. I don't think I'd want to let go of such information at any point in time. And I'm so grateful for giving us this opportunity to be able to tap to unlearn and learn from you. I'm very grateful that we are able to connect, that you're able to dive into your inner person and have the time to actually express this thing. The way you were so expressive about everything, you weren't trying to hold back anything. And most persons will want to hold back because we're not paying for the knowledge, but you did not. You had to give it all your effort, your time, and that is very appreciated from the depth of my heart. And I want to believe I'm speaking for every other person here. We say thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, I know Mr. Toby is already blushing already. All right, Francis, you. Oh,
I think that's all on my part.
okay, thank you. My microphone was muted. I know Mr. Toby is already blushing or
Okay.
something. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I wish you guys you meet him in person. He's a very playful person. He's a very very playful person. Like myself too. Well, it's very awesome. Okay, so Francis, you have the floor. Mr. Francis, you have the floor, sir.
Hello, everyone. Good day. You've really given us what coming from a personal perspective. I've been doing a lot of research concerning Upwork because I've been able to conquer the Fiverr community. But honestly, this day you've really given us what ordinary, even our little token cannot afford. And I say on behalf of the guys, a big thank you. Nova University has been a greater door opening challenge for me. It's been from one to another success stories. It's always my joy to make sure I'm part of the Novo community anytime they're having an hangout. And trust me, I would like you to please share us your LinkedIn profile so we could connect with you on a better level. And also, I want to appreciate Big Sam for taking out time to scout for a unique and scarce resource persons like you to come share their insightful ideas with the community. I'm not taking it for granted, and I'm sure everyone still on this call isn't taking it for granted, else they would have been out. Thank you very much, Mr. Toby Gray. This is a big one. And I want to also tell you it's as a result of the drive and push from Nova University I'm able to be where I am today. Frankly speaking, I'm talking from Germany, born Germany, and I came here not because of my certificates. Frankly speaking, it was because of my skill set. Thank you, community, and God bless you, Mr. Toby Gray.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is amazing. Thank you guys so much. So all the resources that Mr. Toby said is going to give to us, it will be sent to me, and I will distribute it with the rest of the community. So God bless you guys, and I hope you enjoy um, the rest of your day, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. The recording of this class will be made available to the people in the community, and God bless you. And if you are not part of the Nova University community yet, this is what you are missing. And if you are part of the Nova University community and you have not been implementing, well, I'm very sorry for you. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. God bless you. So we are officially done with this class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Toby.
All right, thank you, Big Sam.
All right, everyone. Odabo. Really? Going back to class.